Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hold My Nugget Studios once again, live from the bubble in Orlando, Florida for Day 7 and the first of our Game 4s in your 2020 NBA Playoffs game highlight commentary. We start out in the closeout game where Toronto leads the Brooklyn Nets 3-0, and there's nobody in the globe who believes Brooklyn will win this game. The Nets are a whole lot like super plus size models wearing size 22 plus. It doesn't matter how good you look, how good you walk, or how good you wear your clothes, you're still morbidly obese, and we're gonna have a problem with that. Late in the first quarter, Kyle Lowry would sprain his ankle, but the funniest thing about this was he didn't even acknowledge the coach or nothing. He went straight to the locker room. He ain't called for a sub at all. How you just exit the premises, don't even nobody know what's wrong. As we'd into the second quarter, the Nets would keep their deficit between 7 and 12 points, but it never felt as if they had an opportunity to regain the lead at any point. It was very similar to watching a boxing fight when you see the losing party connect on a couple of jabs, but you know they about to lose by unanimous decision. I don't think there's a single Nets fan on the planet who believed Brooklyn had a chance in this series to even win one game. If you bet on the Nets, you just don't like money. In the second half, turns out Brooklyn's a big fan of Ariana Grande and Lady Gaga because the damn Raptors made it rain on them. They were supporters of Vincent Van Gogh as well because they let the Raptors get into paint whenever the hell they wanted as well. Even Serge Ibaka was pulling up from three. Brooklyn's defense is weaker than a gang of Magikarp headed to Vermilion City to take on Lieutenant Surge. I don't know if they have love for sadism or they're masochists themselves because they stepped out on the court, came to the bubble just to get smacked. Take the L out of Lover. It's over, brother. Somebody give them a escape rope. Get them out the bubble. You just got swept. Go home. Raptors moving on to the semifinals. Sweep around your own front door. Yo. You got to sweep around my sweep around your own front door. How fitting. The next game has a team representing Massachusetts, because keep your brooms handy because this is going to be looking like the Salem witch trials as the Philadelphia 76ers try not to get swept against the Boston Celtics. They left my guy wide open. Tobias. But the Celtics will get a quick response from Jason.
Shit out here, nigga. Hey! It's on ball! Bitch!
Kemba Walker really skates around the basketball court. It doesn't even look like he's actually moving. Might I add, Joel Embiid should have been averaging 35 shots per game inside the post. Ain't that right? Tobias. Plus, he should have been averaging 30 free throws a game, too. But no, Brett Brown would rather have this big-ass motherfucker on the three-point line. Looks like Philly forgot to guard the three-point line once again because Boston would connect on 3 consecutive threes and take a 3-point lead. Well, at least until Tobias decided to connect on a jumper. Tobias. But at least Philly would regain the lead and go into halftime with the lead despite Boston's excellent shooting. As we'd into the second half, Boston would find themselves in front once again as they'd open up with a quick run to take the lead. You can't guard me. Mama gave me a slave name. Tobias. Joel Embiid should have been in the paint every single possession. Hey, look, it's the smartest Marcus.
Fucking dummy.
Almighty push.
Man, get Paul Pierce off my screen. Tobias. Tobias Harris would leave the game with an apparent head injury. I wish that brother a speedy recovery as Jason Tatum would rub his nutsack all over the 76ers. 0-on-0 jump shot violence. Josh Richardson would say right back at you, pussy. Kemba Walker might just be Dio from JoJo Bizarre Adventure. How the hell he just stop on a dime like that? Oh, it took y'all being down by 14 to get Joel Embiid back in the paint. Philly got less defense than a 96-year-old immune system. I think Embiid's internet connection started lagging. Homie froze in the paint, but luckily it came back for him to score.
You can see, I am not dead.
Tobias. Well, I'll be damned. Tobias Harris really came back to the game, and he immediately made his presence felt. Tobias. But would that help Philly come back and win? Absolutely not. But wait a minute, a miracle down by 7. Joel Embiid at the three-point line puts up the 3. It's good. It's good. It's good. Philly loses by 4. They're gonna be swept. Boston's moving on to the semifinals. Get off the court, you goddamn bums. I'll never forget.
Does he make the playoffs next year? Well, that was determined, Amy, that was a lie. No, Jimmy Butler will not make the playoffs. And guess what? If I have to eat my words, then he is going to have a first-round exit.
door.
Yo.
You got to sweep around my mind. Sweep around the front door.
Fuck everybody from Philly. Fuck the 76ers. Fuck everybody.
Up next, the Utah Jazz look to take a commanding 3-1 lead over the Denver. Hold my Nuggets. Philly could suck my dick. Early on, you could already tell it's going to be one of them games that Donovan Mitchell does whatever the fuck he wants with the basketball. Look how Nikola Jokic catches Rudy Gobert in a genjutsu. Homie thought he was about to back him down. Took you to the basket, dummy! But Donovan Mitchell would get him right back for disrespecting the French. Yeah, be Fransune. Fuck the French. Oh, I forgot to mention, Jamal Murray's going to get whatever the fuck he want too. The man simply could not be guarded on the court. Joe Ingles for 3. Rebound by Jamal Murray, and he goes coast to coast for the layup. He was getting to the paint with ease. They couldn't touch him. And the times he didn't want to go to the paint, he just stepped back and put it in their eye. How about a little bit of international baskets for 3? Don't forget about Paul Millsap. You can't leave him open. But after Denver took a 5-point lead, Donovan Mitchell would go to work. He'd bring the deficit right back down to 1. Are we seriously still leaving Joe Ingles on Jamal Murray? Is nobody learning? As we'd enter the third quarter, it looked like deja vu from game 1 because Donovan Mitchell and Jamal Murray were looking like two alcoholics on a holiday sale in a bar because they'd go shot for shot. You thought I was driving? Step back right in your face, dummy. Jokic, you can't guard me in the paint. Lay up on your face. Oh, you stepped in the middle. Cool. How about a floater, you big dummy? Jamal would respond with a jump shot of his own. You thought I can't go to the paint at will? What is a Rudy Gobert? How about a 3-pointer right in your face? And I'll do it again, you stupid ass motherfucker. This brother is literally willing his team all the way back into the game. But despite this, Donovan Mitchell was still doing whatever he wanted, even if Jamal Murray could continue to connect on threes. And with under 5 minutes left to play, Jamal Murray would cut the deficit to 1. Donovan Mitchell would bring it back to 4, but Jamal Murray said, I thought I said the lead is only 1. Donovan says,
What did you say, nigga? What's good, nigga?
Under a minute left to play, despite the efforts from Jamal Murray and Jokic, it would not be enough as Donovan Mitchell would find his way to the free throw line. Surprisingly, this is the first time in NBA history that opposing players each have 45 points apiece, which is crazy to believe this is the very first time. And with this free throw, Donovan Mitchell has 51 points. Jamal Murray would connect on a 3-pointer, and Denver loses by 2 points as he'd end the game with 50, but that's not enough to even up the series. Utah takes a 3-1 lead.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
And last but not least, the Dallas Mavericks look to avoid a 3-1 deficit without KP6 for this game as they take on the Los Angeles Clippers. And just before tip-off, you saw Montrezl Harrell apologize to Luka Doncic for calling him a bitch-ass white boy on national television. One might wonder, did he apologize because he got caught on national television, or did he apologize because he genuinely felt bad? Doesn't matter, they squashed the beef, move on, motherfucker. But we can all acknowledge, if the roles were reversed, the media would be in a frenzy. But we ain't talking about that right now. And don't forget, Luka is playing on 1 foot. He had a bum ankle entering this game. Wait a minute, is that playoff P? That's Paul George with the basketball. Put in a jumper, he came to play. Luka going straight at Montrezl Harrell. Puts in a floater, says that ain't too bad for a
Bitch-ass white boy.
I feel like Patrick Beverley don't wear that mask for safety precaution. He only wear it so nobody could see him hating. Somewhere I read the best wings are found in strip clubs as Lou Williams would connect on a pull-up. Zubats inside with the and 1 score. Then Lou Williams would get an and 1 himself and the Clippers would go up by as much as 22 points over the Dallas Mavericks. Somebody better tell Mark Cuban to go past the sticks and unplug his controller, but apparently Dallas would have other plans. Discount Allen Iverson, Trey Burke puts in a 3. Luka walks his way into the paint for some international baskets. And just like that, the lead is inside 10.
Nani?
We'd into the second half and all momentum is still on Dallas' side.
Dance, puppets, dance!
He had Kawhi dancing. Oh my God. Then Luka would Euro step on Pandemic P and suddenly Dallas has tied up the game and Tim Hardaway gives them the lead. But it's time for Playoff P to make an appearance because he's Pandemic P. He ain't shit in the postseason. Luka lays it up in his face. We 30+ minutes into this game and Paul George only got 7 points and 0 points in the second half. He ain't shit. I don't ever want to hear this man talked about when we talk about stars in this league. Lou Williams been coming off the bench since slavery and he scored scored more points in this playoff series alone than Paul George in his whole playoff career, at least since he left Indiana. But we ain't talking about that right now. Luka cooking more Clippers than a comedian in a barber shop. Even Seth Curry was going to the paint on the Clippers. Seth Curry! He was shooting inside the three-point line too. Everybody on Dallas was cooking. But somehow, with a little under 9 minutes left to play, the Clippers found their offense. Lou Williams with a team-high 36 would find his way to the paint.
Come here.
Bitch-ass white boy.
God damn, Reggie Jackson got shifted with a step back. He better watch out for that. Come here, Captain Lou. You could get it too. Step back in your face too, pussy. You think I'm afraid of you, Kawhi? In your face.
Hey, it's on ball.
The ball saved by the most Reggie of Jacksons. Kawhi cuts the deficit to 2 following free throws. 4 seconds left. Kawhi with a shot for the win. It's no good. We're going to overtime. Dallas was down by 22 in the second. LA was down by 14 in the fourth. Both these teams looking to take their receipt to the sperm bank and get their comeback. 10 seconds into overtime. Kawhi. But Dallas would answer right back.
It's on ball, ain't it? It's on ball.
Discount Iverson. Trey Burke puts in a 3. Dallas now up by 1. Lou Williams on the drive to the paint gives the lead back to the Clippers.
Now get your bitch ass on the floor.
But with 50 seconds left to play, Luka would drive inside and even up the score at 130 apiece. And then with 20 seconds left to play, spin move, pussy, lays it home on Reggie Jackson. Back the other way comes the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard one-on-one, 15 seconds left to play, drives towards the paint, finds a Morris twin wide open in the corner. The jumper's good. Clippers by 1.
Bitch-ass white boy.
And y'all saying my name, put some respect on it.
3.7 seconds separating LA from a 3-1 lead over Dallas. Inbound to Luka Doncic, one-on-one with Reggie Jackson. Step back in your face, pussy. Bang! Bang! Dallas wins. Luka scores 43 points and a triple-double on one motherfucking leg. Look at the Clippers walking off the court, looking like some bitches. Kawhi switched cause he ain't won no international baskets. Luka put it right between Reggie Jackson's eyes. Legend has it Reggie Jackson's shoes were originally white, but Luka Doncic made it rain on them, so they had no choice but to turn yellow. Had him participated in the R. Kelly Trey Songz challenge, urinated in his face. When the lights come on, the Europeans perform. You call them a bitch-ass white boy. He sent Montrezl Harrell back to the plantation. Just when they thought they had a 3-1 lead in the bag, Luka says we not practicing social distancing on the series. They ain't no answer for the blue eyes white privilege. And he did it at 21 years old on one leg without KP6 against the second highest rated defense in the West. He took Reggie Jackson's soul from the East to the West, back to the East, back to the West. For the Clippers, Sixers, Nets, and Nuggets, take out your Metro cards and get aboard the L train. But for the Nets and Sixers, you go somewhere different because you've arrived at Elimination Station for your failures of being able to avoid getting swept. Your failures of actually winning a damn playoff series. Your failures of living up to expectation. That's specifically for the Sixers, because who gave a shit about the Brooklyn Nets? Consider your names written down the death note, because your dreams of winning an NBA championship in the bubble, your dreams of winning a series in the NBA bubble has been absolutely
There's only one thing left to do. Gotta write their names in the death note. Delete!
Delete. 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 Delete.
Deletion.
You will rest in peace.
For what's on?
Just do it! I'll pound you so hard there'll be nothing left of you! That's it, huh?